Hello and welcome to another episode of Farming Simulator 25. As you can see, guys, we have snow. That is not very good. I think that's going to actually cause us a few little issues today. Also, just want to give a shout out to everybody whose name is on that board. I do massively appreciate the monthly support from you guys. If you come from Patreon, Twitch, Patreon, YouTube member, Twitch, and YouTube. There you go. Just give you all a little shout out from where you are from, and I do appreciate the everything you do for me, guys. I really do. It helps keep the videos coming along nicely. Right, as you can see, we've got one pallet. I expected a little bit more than one pallet from there, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I expected a little bit more. Right, we're just gonna go and quickly have a little whirl around our businesses. We've got 3 pallets here. So we're gonna start selling some items this morning. I completely forgot how my plough was all the way over there. Oh, this might as well do that contract. Now, it's not exactly the best idea to contract in the snow, but he needs to pay for his monthly cost, and well, he's already next to it, so he might as well. Right, so what have we got today then? We've got 3 pallets down there. We've got 1 pallet here. Let's just double check some price listing. We are out of milk. That is not good. Okay. Right, we might need to try and do this a slightly different way. There's a way we could do this to make our life just a fraction easier, but you're gonna have to bear with me while we do this, guys. I really don't fancy going to the down to the production twice, but I think we're not gonna have much of a choice. So we've got canola oil, which is still a very good price. I am more than happy with the price that it's kind of gonna be. I'm happy with the price that's going to be. Bottled milk, actually. Yeah, look, the bottled milk's only £16 under price. Obviously, storage bills. No, we don't sell that. We've got wool, which is also... Wool's not exactly a great price, but you know what? It'll do. We just want to make a little bit extra money right now. Now, I know fabric is going to be a massive price. If you're wondering, guys, I could have sworn I moved the fabric, but I can't. Right, no, we definitely can't get rid of the fabric. That's one thing for sure. We cannot get rid of the fabric. So all we can do right now, we're going to make a little bit of a train here, guys, and I've got a feeling I'm sure someone won't be happy with how I'm going to do this, but I think this is going to be the easiest way to do it. Now, we move milk every so often down to our business, and I just thought of this, and I think this might work rather well. Now, can I not? No. There we go. So that is going to almost fill that up. Now, I might just have to use a little bit of super strength there, guys, because I'm not going to be massively fantastic at reversing this. There is a mod come out actually that connects to trailers, and you can kind of move trailers by hand, and do you know what, that would have been perfect round about now. Now in theory this in theory should, wow, you should connect to that. Wow. Okay, we're gonna have to do this trip twice then, guys. As you can see, my plan was to... That was another reason why I wanted to put those connectors on there. That should connect. That should connect on there. Interesting. It doesn't. We're gonna have to do the run twice. We don't have a choice. As you can see, though, guys, we got a lot of wool. We got a lot of wool. 2, 4, 6, 7 and 3/4 pallets, which means that by 9 o'clock we could be out of space for the wool. Now we are going to have to do things just very quickly, because actually there was a few things I wanted to do in December too, and the snow has hindered us. So we might have to just maybe play our cards a little bit, and yeah, we're gonna be a little bit screwed right now. So the next time we take milk down to the production, it should be February. I do try and take it down every 3rd day. So sometimes we do kind of miss a whole month and we move it. Obviously it's December 2 now, so we won't be moving it in January 1. We won't be moving it in January 2, which means it should be then February 1. But yeah, we shouldn't be moving milk till February now. I don't want to be moving milk like 1,000 litres at a time, you know what I mean? We've waited 3 technically days, and we've obviously got 2,100, so that's kind of why. Right, so we're going to do that, and we're going to do that. Right, 1 down. We need the Deutzfahr because we're going to have to run up the trailer to the sell point. We've got a canola oil. We've already loaded the canola oil on, so we might as well use the canola oil. Leave it on, and then we'll come down here, and then we'll sell everything at that one point. Let's just have a little look in the shop today, guys. Oh, that's not a bad little trailer. Sorry, hay fever is plaguing me once again. I am sneezing like hell. Yeah, we got a lot done yesterday, guys, in the episode, and with the slurrying of those fields, and that is really, really good. If we can obviously get into January as quick as we can, we need planting season. Planting season is, we're looking about April time, I believe it is, for the sorghum. It's got to be something we can put into our production. Our farm is now going to work around. Oh, I'll tell you what I didn't do today, guys. I completely and utterly forgot. We need water. We're going to need water while we've got the tankers. I meant to do the water on the way back, and yeah, I forgot. So if we just nip down to here, I am going to cut across this field. There's nothing in it, so I'm not really fussed. I don't want to spend too much time procrastinating with the tankers, but yeah, when I came over that bridge, I meant to turn right, and I meant to come over here to get some water for the sheep, and then I was going to kind of do like a circle to get back to the farm, and I completely and utterly forgot. But yeah, we do need to get some water. The sheep are drinking up. We're not filling the water up anymore. We're only ever doing a couple of tank loads, moving about 6,000 litres at a time. But as you can imagine, with the amount of sheep we have, the 6,000 litres doesn't last, and I am starting to think it's maybe time to put a water point in. Maybe in the sheep area. Because, well, yeah, if we can put like a water point in the sheep area, yes, we're still going to have to go and fill it up, but we don't have to drive this like massive amount of distance to get to it. But yeah, as you can see, we've got 6,000 litres, but it's not the best. But, and if anyone's wondering, oh yeah, but Matt, you know, you kind of made this model, you adjusted it, why didn't you make the capacity bigger? To be honest, I think it's too big at 3,000 litres. Does it look like these little tankers can hold 3,000 litres of water each? I don't think they should. But I won't adjust it because that was like the default size. Look at that, that is looking really nice. I do love how it just works. I can't believe that trailer doesn't connect to the i4 Williams. That's a pin connector as well. That's the worst thing about that. That was a right little sneaky way to get back to this farm, wasn't it? Look at that, beautiful. Right, let's go up to here. Oh no, it was only a quarter full. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of... it's going to be kind of one of those episodes again where we are kind of just dealing with the farm. I don't feel like we need to be time-lapsing much or anything. Only if we're kind of running out of stuff to do, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I think right now our problem's just going to be having to do this quite often. But you know, the farm is getting bigger. You know, look at the wool. We do need to try and get our hands on a skid steer though. These pallets are starting to overrun us a little bit. If we can leave like a baby skid steer in the in that field, we could have a skid steer on the farm. Now I know we do have a front loader, but I do find the smaller the skid steers, you know, the smaller they are, the easier they are for me to handle. Yeah, we're now 10 AM in the day, and we've just... the day's flying through already. I think that's the first time I've ever done that where I didn't crash. Whoa! That was interesting. Right, so I need to drop that one there like that. Whoa, what has happened to my frames? That was strange. It was only there next to the cows. Right, so that is one down there. Right, so we are going to go and... let's go back to the dairy first. If we get the dairy first, we get that product on, then we've got one big run up to the sheep. Like, I kind of want to do the sheep first, but I'd have to take the canola oil off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'd only be able to put 6 pallets on the bottom. Right, guys, if you're wondering, guys, and notice we have better tyres on the i4 Williams trailer. I have pushed the update out. It is live on Kingsmod at the time of recording this. I have also fixed the number plate issue that people were moaning about. It was too thin, which is correct. I have realised though why the number plate for the European cars was too thin. It's because now technically the American number plates don't fit. The American number plates are too big and kind of glitch through, but unfortunately I don't play American maps, so I'm not really fussed. Instead of making it taller and like resetting the scaling, I should have just rescaled the width of it rather than, and you know, so it kind of matched. So we had like micro plates, you know, but they weren't stupidly long and not tall enough. I should have just maybe made it more equivalent in size. I've also made the tyres kind of not sink into the floor as much. I don't know if you've noticed that. I'm kind of just giving some updates of things that I've been doing. I did have to ask for a little bit of assistance. I was having some really big problems with the way that the tyres were. I've ended up having to add the tyres. I had to basically copy the wheels, you know, like the rims. I've had to copy the rims two more times, and then what I did was I added the tyres to the rims because I couldn't quite get the tyres and that to line up correctly. It just wouldn't go, to be honest. It just wouldn't go. If you made the wheels wider for the wide tyres, it wouldn't register like a wider tyre, or if you made the tyres wider, it then wouldn't change. It just wouldn't work with the wheel. So I ended up adding the tyres to the actual rims themselves. I think the colour's a little bit off, but that can be something done at a later date. I haven't touched the colour of the wheels. I just want to point that out. Yeah, I am starting to think that there may be a different colour. Maybe it be silver rather than grey. But yeah, I haven't physically touched the colours of the wheels. I'm just slowly trying to get the trailer system up and running. I've just realised the snow's melted. When did the snow melt? Look at this though, our lovely, beautifully slurried field. That has saved us a lot of money in fertilizer this last year. I kind of wish we'd have done it sooner, but obviously, you know, we didn't have a slurry tank decent enough come up in the shop. I wonder how much we're going to make from this. 1 butter, 1 milk, 1 buffalo milk, 1 canola oil. That's a lot. Yeah, we're just going to be selling products as and when. It would be nice to keep them till the best price. But some stuff I don't want to be like, you're not going to keep bottled milk for 6 months in the open. You know, you're not going to keep it 6 months in storage. You know what I mean? Milk's kind of got to be sold straight away. Canola oil is just to help the farm tick over as well. Plus, to be fair, that's not far off best price as it is. And there we go, guys. We have just made £11,215 with exactly £700 environmental profit on top. So that is what, £11,915 on the productions only. That is brilliant. That is basically, well, look at us. We're now at 38 and a half. No, we're not. We're at £38,900. There's nothing new come up into the shop, but I have been thinking about the farm, and I kind of want to do something, but it does kind of make us lose a little bit of field. But do you remember we got that little field 103? I think it's, yeah, field 103. It's that tiny little one next to like the production. I'm thinking of cutting it in half, and I'm thinking of filling half of it with greenhouses. But it does mean we'd have more products to deal with. That's the problem. Right. Can we get this onto there? If I put one that way, can I put one going that way? It does fit that way. That might be easier for me to load in future. Now, if you're wondering why I'm not doing it with a front loader, guys, have you seen how many there is to do? Nah. Not gonna happen. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're not gonna get another. Whoa! Why are we bouncing around now, guys? Come on. Come on. Please don't do this to me. What the hell? Oh, the collision in it is... I think one of the collisions has kind of just gone, oh, well, never mind. There we go. We've got all 7,600 litres. Wow, we're going to be very tippy on this trip. Never mind. I think we're going to have to be slow and steady with this one. Yeah, that's kind of what we're going to be doing today. It's just another episode where the farm's kind of ticking over. I don't think there's going to be anything to do in January, so we might just, in the next episode, we'll kind of just go into January. We'll just be like, we'll do this. If there's time, we might look at January today. But we've got to... You know, we've got to sell all this stuff first. We have to. It's just got to be done. I don't think we're going to get one price to sell all this, though. I do think it's just... When I come to unfasten this now at the sell point, I think it is all just going to just fall out and collapse. Yeah, definitely on our way. It was brought to my attention. Someone messaged me on Discord about it. We spent about £20,000 buying and building our production. Someone said that this one here only costs about £36,000. Now, this technically doesn't do oil. I do just want to point out. No, that's 350,000. Right, so the information I received in a message was wrong. Yeah, we don't have £350,000, guys. I don't think we've ever had £350,000 all at once, just sat there doing nothing. But if that had been like 36,000, then yeah, it might have been worth getting that, and we could have still kept the windmill for the canola oil. I could have maybe moved the grain over that way, but yeah, £350,000 is not the same. Not the same at all. As you can see, 7,608 litres. That is not bad. That is not bad at all. We're going as quickly as we can up here. But yeah, I do believe we're not going to get one sell price. It's all going to just fall out. Which is a shame. It's a shame. So as much as it does stack, one going like across, one going up and down, it didn't really work. We've never had this disaster on the trailer before. So we're just going to have to keep them going lengthways each, basically. Yeah, it'd be nice if I can spend the next 10 minutes after this getting rid of January. There's not going to be anything to do in January. So if we can do December 2, January 1 and January 2 today, that would be brilliant. It would be absolutely brilliant. Now, I'm hoping that this is going to... Oh, it did not quite. Right, there we go. As you can see, guys, £8,663, £3,089 with £733 environmental score on top. We have just hit £50,000. Our contract is also done. That is very interesting. So we can cash that in as well. Let's just leave that there. Beautiful. £56,271 in the bank. I can't remember how much the fields were, but I'm sure they were in the hundreds. So, you know, we still don't have enough money yet. I'm really liking the new wheels and tyre setup. I have noticed something though. Have you noticed the arms, like just at the back of the trailer? We've got that little galvanised leg that goes into that black foot. That's slightly the wrong colour, but I don't. That might be dirt though. That's the problem. I'll have to double check that. It's a bit weird anyway. I'm talking about like a mod that I'm working on and while on a video, but guys, a lot of effort's gone into this, and I have received a little bit of help from a couple of people in the community who have been able to assist me with a small problem. If you notice though, the number plate really does look well with a UK plate on it. I kind of feel like we should have maybe just skipped this month. We could have sold all this in January, although we had to take the milk to the dairy. That's the problem. What I might do is I might just skip January 1 altogether. We might just stay at the bed, go into January, and then go straight into January 2. Everything we can do in January 2 can be done in, you know, everything we can do in January can be done in January 2. And then at least then in the next episode, we've kind of just gone into February. I don't think there's going to be much to do in February as well. That's the thing. But we can maybe do February and March in the next episode. So that's what I'm thinking. If we can get January done now. But yeah, we'll skip straight to January 2. Which I get a feeling there's going to be some more canola oil pop out, which is also brilliant. Yeah, we've almost got a pallet as we speak. Let's just go on quickly. Ah! Burnt my leg on a barbecue. It doesn't matter what time it is we sleep to, does it? I'm going to skip straight to January 2 anyway. Come on, let's go. God, I feel so sniffly today. Once again. What it yes. Wow. Right, let's have a look in the shop. That absolutely killed my frames, like, once again. Right, so we've MP lift has yeah, we don't need that. It would have been a good one. 3-meter cultivator. Nope, that's not ours. Right, we are going to go straight into January 2. Our dairy will have run dry once again. This is killing me though with the frames. It's really weird how it keeps doing it to me. Come on, game. There we go. Right, let's just give it a minute. I'm just going to tab out and back in. That seems to fix it sometimes. That's really weird. Yeah, I'm literally sat on 30 frames, guys. Right, let's have a look in the shop to start with. There is... Oh, that's not bad. We don't have that kind of horsepower, but yeah, that's not bad. Production-wise, what have we got animal-wise? Sorry. We've still got no 3 months. Oh, they're nearly ready for puberty. They've got eggs there. Not too bad. Let's just go back to the sheep for the water. Water's down to 2,800 litres already. That is absolutely crazy. Yeah, it's really weird. I think the snow is the problem here, guys. I think it's just the snow. But yeah, let's just go and get some more items. Let's get them loaded up. Let's get January completely out of the way. The snow is absolutely killing me right now. It's just... This is all we can do. We'll have a little look at the fabric price as well. Just because the best price is April doesn't mean that is actually the best time to sell. Sometimes it can be a month or two before. It's only a guide. So let's just have a little look in the sell price for fabric. 6,800. So it's, yeah, it is on its way up. We're only a quarter. Oh, hang on a minute. Right, we do need a little bit of wool over here, guys. So that's something we do need to be getting done. Now, if you're wondering what I'm doing with this, I'm just going to put it into there. And then that's going to kind of stop that from going on there. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. 3,000 litres of canola oil. Not bad. Not bad. We might as well go and do the dairy at the same time. We'll sell it all at once now. Oh, my God. Please tell me you're witnessing this. I am... The snow and the house is absolutely... As soon as I pull away from the house, it's fine. There you go. Wow. It's the snow near the house. And there we go. Once again, guys, we have got 8,000... Oh my God, 8,000 litres. I need to just move this, guys, because there is no more spawning at the moment. Yeah, this is kind of going to be a little bit of a weird one, guys, because, like, there is a little bit of room there, but we can leave that there now like that. Let's do that there. Let's get that in there beautifully. Let's line that up there. Let's line that up there. Yeah, the wool is really keeping us afloat here, and like I say, there's nearly another 8,000 litres of wool, so that's something we do need to be doing right now. We need to be taking that back up there again. Now, I know this is kind of rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. It's winter, guys. You know, we have technically skipped nearly a whole month. There's nothing more we can do. We have, you know, we've skipped the whole month. If we go down to the dairy now, we pick up a couple of pallets from the production. There should be some from the milk we delivered. It might not be a lot, but there should be something. I think we could hit a good £70,000. Hang on, 3, 6, 9. We could hit maybe 75 to 80,000 pounds a day alone. Which, this is what the winter's all about. Now, I could have time-lapsed some of this, and we could have got away with doing technically a little bit more, but the problem is I can't go into February. There might be something to do in February. There's not long left of this episode. I do like to keep the times to approximately 30-ish minutes. Sometimes they're a bit shorter, sometimes they're a bit longer. But I do try to aim for that kind of time. I know people's time is precious, and I do massively appreciate the people who do watch the series. And then what we just need to do, we just need to have a little look at what else is possible. We are not far from a cheese, and we are not far from a milk. So in the next episode, we've already got to come down with cheese and milk. So yeah, we're gonna have to bring the water. We're gonna have to bring the milk down from the barn. And we've got to bring some, we'll have to pick up a pallet of cheese and a pallet of bottled milk. So there will be something to do while we're here, so that's not a bad thing. We might do that in the Massey Ferguson, and we might have to drive a little bit nicer and then drive it all the way back up to the farm on the forks. That way I can bring the forks. I'm a little bit gutted that my idea doesn't work for connecting the I4 Williams trailer to the tankers. Someone was moaning that like the tanker, these trailers don't fasten to cars, and they are technically car trailers. But the problem is I didn't make the model of these, and unfortunately for me it is a case of I could make them fit a car, but it doesn't look right. But I've kind of like today, that isn't a car connector on the back of that trailer over there, but it still won't connect, and that's kind of got to me actually, because that was one of the reasons another reason why I put that connector on the back of them tankers. I wanted to be able to deliver the milk and pick the pallets up, so that we weren't having to do the same trip twice in one episode. That's what I was trying to do, and it hasn't really worked. I might put an update out then to connect it to car trailers. It won't look right, but then that's the problem. I won't win. Someone will come in and be like, well, they don't look right when it's connected to this. Honestly, modding, I can't win. Wow. £12,045, £751 environmental score on top. Guys, I said we were going to hit 75,000. We've just hit 71,500. We haven't loaded the wool yet. That is ridiculous. But yeah, we are just going to quickly do this now. It might be a slightly longer episode. I'm not going to time lapse one more trip up to the sell point. The only reason I'm selling the wool now is because we're going to have to sell the wool again in February. So yeah, I don't want to not have enough room in the trailer to take it all. We can only take 12 pallets as it is at the most. And we filled another pallet while we've been gone. We went to the dairy and we filled another pallet. It's crazy how quickly this is working. Yeah, we're gonna have to look at a water, some kind of water here, guys, because it's a long way to go for water now. When we're having to do it every 2 episodes, and that is genuinely the case now. It is every 2 episodes that we're having to go and get water. So we might have to look at putting and paying for some kind of water connection. It doesn't have to be like anything expensive. It just has to be a water point we need to get. So yeah, we're gonna have to look into that. We're gonna look into that in a minute as well, because you know I need to get water. I don't think the sheep are going to have enough water to last. It does fit down there. We might as well take that quarter of a pallet now. And like I say, I know I've been trying to do front loading work, but the wool's kind of getting out of control at the moment, guys. I can't keep up. I can't keep up with it, to be honest. It's starting to just be an absolute pain in the bum. And apparently I've turned my torch on. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. And then let's make one final trip in this episode up to the settlement. So what are we going to end on today, guys? We've got more wool this time than we did last. Oh, we were going to have a look at the... let's have a look at the water point. Silos, silo extensions. That's not an extension, is it? Will it come under silos for water? No. Container, there we go. This is what we're looking at. 2.5. That's kind of what we need. We just need something like that. It's cheap enough. We could put it in here like that. There we go, guys. We've done it. Water point in here for £250. Apparently, I've run something over, but I don't really know what. Apparently, that sheep is undrivable. I love it. I'm getting bested by a sheep. This must be what it's like to be Welsh. And sorry to any Welsh people watching. If you've watched the series long enough and you've watched the YouTube video live series when I've been playing Minecraft on our private server, which is public. It's just we own an actual server. Yeah, there you go. Look, back at the farm again. Absolutely killing me on the frames. But only at the farm. Watch this as we leave the farm area now. And boom! There we go. Gone. That is really, really strange. Yeah, we do actually, I custom built a server. I run my medias from it, like my films and TV shows from it, through Jellyfin. I was a custom private Minecraft server. Yeah, and I do play with someone called Coops, who is Welsh, and every time there's obviously sheep round, running jokes, you know what I mean? It's all in good faith, it's all in good banter and stuff. And yeah, but if you are a bit of a Minecrafter, and you do watch the series, we do have a server. You do have to be in the Discord though for it, guys. It is whitelisted through the Discord. It is a way of keeping the server safe. You can't get in the server if you're not in the Discord. And yeah, stops people trolling. Plus then if someone does come in and trolls, we can ban them completely and they can never come in again. So yeah, it's a good thing. It is a good thing. Now this is going to be a very long episode, I'm afraid, guys. I've just looked at the recording time. I could have done with time lapse in this last little bit, but I don't think it was really worth the 10 seconds in time lapse it would have been to save about 2 minutes worth of driving. But this is what we will do today. The final load, we're gonna hit 115, 1, 2, so there's 3, 6, 9, 12. Wow, we're gonna hit about £85,000 ish 85-ish thousand pound in today's episode. That is huge, absolutely huge. Off recording though, guys, I will go and top the sheep up, just to give you all a little bit of heads up, because at the beginning of the next episode we will be delivering milk to the dairy. So yeah, we kind of got to make sure the tankers are empty for the dairy delivery. Are we ready? £85,000. I'm telling you now, £85,000. £85,000. There we... Oh no! £84,500. No way. No, that's... No, I can't believe that. What are we? £483 short of £85,000. But guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. We have got rid of December, we have got rid of January. We are hopefully hitting spring, end of winter, spring, maybe in the next episode, depending on what there is to do, you see. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Hopefully we will be expanding the farm very, very soon. And I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye for now.